And so just getting that strapping in quite quickly. And so just making sure he's ready to go. Is of course his team in the blue corner. Now and so we get ready for the next fight. Ref calls in the fighters. He'll obviously explain the rules. Want a clean fight. Make sure that everybody understands. All right. So out to their corners. And we get ready for the first round. Gloves up. Interesting stance coming from Garanewako. Really coming low. Not so sure how long he can hold on to that one, because when you go low, you can allow that reach from your opponent to come in and make serious inroads, especially from jabs and hooks. And immediately we can see that is part of the strategy from Ruvoko. Looking to just corner him is Ruvoko. And right in the corner he goes. It is going to be interesting to see how Garanewako is going to succeed with this stance. But who knows? In boxing, all it takes is one moment where your opponent opens up and you land that beautiful hook, uppercut, jab, whatever it may be, that takes the person down. Now Ruvoko with just one or two shots. Looking for that hook, but is being dealt with quite well by Garanewako. Definitely gloves up all the time, not allowing that open shot. And so this first round is most likely going to end with them sizing each other up. I haven't seen a barrage or an outright attack. Oh, interesting way of dodging a punch there. Just leaning back a little. Again, the action coming to you live on this YouTube channel. Here in Harare, Zimbabwe, courtesy of Sandsport. Sandsport Live, you can share the link and allow others to enjoy the boxing that we are enjoying right now. Again, good work for Ruvoko. Just trying to see how many punches he can land in there. Try to see if he can really get inside the guard of Garanewako. It may actually end up coming down to a unanimous decision or a split decision, as it's looking quite tight. Really no one looking to take the initiative. lest you find yourself defenseless. And there we have it, first round done. Was expected with the way that the round was generally going. This one slightly longer than some of the other rounds that we've experienced. And I'm sure as we go further and further up, we are going to see more and more. And so Ruvoko coming from Otto Boxing Club in the blue corner, whilst Garanewako from Juluka Boxing Academy. So we take a short break, and then we come back with the second round, which is about to commence shortly. And so as the second round comes back into effect, Ruvoko looking to be on the charge. And so some good encouragement coming from the crowd, but once again, it's the strategy in the ring that works, and that will determine who comes out the winner. But good couple of jabs and shots. So Garanewako has really been going into the corner, but Ruvoko doesn't seem to be taking the initiative and really climbing into him. You usually preserve yourself for some of those longer battles where you have maybe 7, 8, 10 rounds. But in these kinds of fights, it's the time where you have to throw them in. So those hooks finding air and not the body of Garanewako. Again, Ruvoko now becoming more intentional. Oh, lovely, lovely punch landed by Garanewako. Again, needs to find a way to get him in the corner and attack. His hooks are finding air and not finding the man. But this time round, a jab or so. Again, lovely to try and get him on the ropes. Needs to climb into him now. He's well in the corner. He's positioning him right on the ropes or on the corner, but not necessarily exercising what he needs to get done. And that is, of course, put in the punches that make it work. So it is the second round done and dusted. One more round that will be left after this. And I'm sure it will be what we would call action time. And back into it now. Both fighters know that this is the final round. If you want to put the points on the board, if you want to get the judges in your favor, this is the round to impress. It's go big or go home. Well, even though both boys will be going home, one of them has got to go big. And it looks like Ruvoko is the one who's now taking the initiative from the blue corner. Again, a nice couple of jabs. Now trying to climb into him. Trying to stay away from the jab from Garanewako. Garanewako coming out feisty each time. Good fight so far. Ruvoko. Ruvoko found himself from that reaction from Ruvoko, or rather Garanewako. Still sizing each other up. And I don't think we're going to see a knockout from this fight. But now Ruvoko just putting some in. A couple of blows to the chest, but not where it hurts the most. Again, Garanewako slightly disturbed and also just sizing his opponent up there. Just preparing that right hook, right jab. Once he's placing it close to his head, he is looking for that open window. Ruvoko now has landed 1 or 2 in the right area. If that hook had gone to face, I'm sure that was going to take Garanewako down. Again, just being calculative. But time continues to fly, time continues to go. And that is the end of that particular bout. As I mentioned before, time is not necessarily on the boxer's side. It's either you go big or you end up going home without having done much. And so we are going to await the announcer to tell us who has won this fight. In my books, I feel Ruvoko had a bit more going on there. Garanewako did put in some good fights, some good punches, some good blows, but ultimately it is the judge that is going to give us the split decision in this case, which I feel is most likely going to be the case. And so it is from the blue corner, Tavonga Ruvoko from Otto Boxing Club, who picks up the win here. As I mentioned before, he seemed to have more initiative. He seemed to have landed more of the punches, and it was always going to be easier for the judges to judge on his behalf. I felt that Garanewako was too tentative, went into the corner too much, and didn't land enough punches. But anyway, that's the end of fight number 6. Or the 6th fight that we've witnessed tonight. The next fight is going to be between Jaden Frank and Tinotenda Mutizwa.